we are going to do the feasibility study, whether we are able to do that, we are feasible to do that project or not. Do we have required resource for it or not? That is going to be studied with the help of the feasibility study phase. Who involved in it? HR, human resource, software architect, business analyst, finance team. Third one is design. Design is all about how that product looks like after development. Okay, we have to show the mock-up, right? So how it will be after development, that is called design. And after that, the coding or development part is going to be started with the help of the mock-up, how it should be. So after that, we are going to do the testing or QA, testing or QA. It means that we are going to do the testing of that product. Once the testing is done, what we will do? Deployment. Once the testing is done, what we will do? We will do deployment. Once the deployment is done, what we will do? Maintenance. Okay, deployments means up to testing phase, that product, that application, that software will be there in our laptops under our company portal. That's it. No one out of our company, no one will see that code. Okay, that application will be there under our company only. Our company employees who are working on that project can be accessible to see that project to do testing, right? So once deployment is done, it will be public. Once deployment is done, it will be public. Everyone who is having the internet can access that application to check. That is called deployment. Who will do deployments? DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer. DevOps engineer is nothing but development operations. The DevOps engineer is a bridge between developers and testers, on developers and operational team. Next one is maintenance. Once the deployment is done, any requirements are needed, then they are going to do the maintenance. These are the topics what we discussed in the Friday session. Okay, so in brief, I just explained the SDLC types of and the difference between sequential and iterative. And coming to the today topics, we are going to discuss about the software introduction, software testing introduction, and then we are going to see the difference between error, bug, failure, and what is the difference between project and product. If you know this project and product differences, then you obviously you will get the difference between service based companies and product based companies, and what is the difference between QA, QC, QE. Okay, so all these five topics are generic knowledge purpose. I am sharing project, product, QA, QC, QE. But this error, bug, failure is a interview question. If you are, any one of you is applying for a fresher or experienced, whoever it is, this is very important question. Can you please explain the difference between the error, bug, failure? That is very, very important question. Okay. And in introduction, I am going to cover few things. There also you are going getting to get a question like what is the difference between verification and validation? Okay, these type of questions are going to be seen. Let me open the document. If any of your friends are looking for the manual testing course, please share the demo recordings as well, and please let them join into the our course for this batch 17. Okay, guys, and let me open the class number 1. Here, let's see. The introduction about the software is nothing but what is mean by software and how many types of softwares we have mainly. Okay, these are topics we are going to cover today. So, what is mean by software and what types of softwares we have? Here you can see. Week 1 we are going to cover today class all about the introduction. Okay, tomorrow we can see the SDLC models. Okay, today class is all about the introduction concepts only. You should know the introduction about the testing, right? Otherwise you won't understand these topics. Okay, hope you have this syllabus document. If you don't have, you can ask your institute people. Once the group is created, I will share it again in the group, don't worry. Okay, so what is mean by software? I already asked this question at the time of the demo one. Software is nothing but a collection of programs. Software is nothing but a collection of programs. That program is nothing but a collection of or set of instructions. Collection of or set of instructions, right? So how that software will work? We are going to give some instructions in the form of program. Then only that software is going to be works. Whenever you give the username in the user field, password in the password field, and then you are going to click on the login button, right? So once you click on the login button, how it is going to that home page? How that system knows that it will be navigate to the home page? We are giving instruction in the form of code, either it may be HTML code or Java code or JavaScript code, whatever technology we are using to develop a software. So we are giving instructions, right? So that set of instructions is called it as a program. Set of programs is called it as a software. Here you can see software means set of programs. Then program means set of instructions. Set of instructions. Okay. So how many types of softwares we have in the market? Majorly we have three types of software: system software, programming software, and application software. System softwares means you guys already see, whenever you guys have laptop, whenever you guys are going to install operating system, either it may be Windows 10, 7, 8, or else Linux, or else CentOS, whatever operating system you guys are going to download in your laptop, at that time it will ask few drivers, right? So if you want to, that operating system is also called it as a system software. Okay, operating system is itself is called it as a system software. And apart from that, if you want to take connect Wi-Fi to your laptop, you should need the Wi-Fi driver. If you want to connect any LAN, you need the server. If you want to connect printer to your laptop, you need printer driver. So all these device drivers, utilities, servers is called it as a system services software. And next one, program software. Programming software means compilers, debuggers, interpreters is nothing but where we are writing a code. For example, we are writing code in the Eclipse tool in the further classes. Okay, this is one of the editor to write a code. Okay, that is called it as a programming software. Application software means daily you guys are seeing that WhatsApp, Instagram, and desktop application. Also, we have different types of application: web application, Flipkart, Amazon, all these types of things is called it as a application software. Application software. How many types of softwares we have? System software, programming software, and application software. Tomorrow I will ask the question, guys. Okay, how many softwares we have? System software. Next software, what it is?
Programming
Programming
application.
software.
Programming. Next,
Application software.
programming software, and then application software. Okay, so remember, very important. Okay, good. And next, next one, what is software testing? 1 minute, guys. Sorry. What is software testing? So it is all you guys already know. Software testing is an activity to detect and identify the defects in the software. Our major agenda of doing the testing is to provide the quality product to the customer. Here you can see, release quality product to the customer. Okay, so that is called software testing. Then what is meant by software quality? Whenever asking the question that what is meant by software testing, we are answering that we are trying to provide, the object of testing is to provide a quality to the customer. Then how can you define that quality? With below points. Okay, customer should be justify with the bug free, that application should be bug free, no bug should be there, it should be delivered on time, and project should be completed within budget and meet requirements or expectations, and then it should be maintainable, this is called software quality. This is called software quality. Okay, so next one, why do we need testing? Again, same thing, software testing definition: to provide quality products to the customer. And very very important interview question, difference between error or bug versus failure. So error is nothing but incorrect human action. Whenever a human is writing a program, he forgot to write a semicolon by the end of the line of system.out.println statement. He forgot to write that semicolon at the end of the line. So that is human mistake. We can't do anything, right? So that is called it as a error. Bug or defect is nothing but he has written that syntax and everything is fine, but he is expecting after giving username correct, password correct, after clicking login, it should be navigate to the home page. That what he is expecting. Okay, but it's not working as expected. After clicking the login button is not working. So here that expected output is different from the actual output. then it is called it as a bug or defect. In testing our role, the bug identifying the bug is a very important thing in our roles and responsibilities. Okay, next one is failure. Is nothing but, as I said, that before going to deployment, so I have shown some phases here, right? Before going to the deployment, we are doing the testing, right? So here everything is working fine. Okay, testers are worked here, so everything is working fine. Once it is deployed to the live, it's not working. In this environment, it's working fine, but after deployment, it's not working fine. Then it is called it as a failure. We have different types of environments. Okay, so developers also will do the testing. The testing is called it as a unit testing. Okay, that environment is called it as a test environment. Few companies follow few terminologies. Few companies is following it as a test environment, or else few companies is call it as a not what we can call it as QA environment. Okay, we have different QA2, QA3, QA4, QA5, like that they can naming it. Sometimes they call it as UAT as well. Few companies will call it as a QA, where the test environment or QA environment the developers are going to test. And after that we have another environment that is called it as a staging or pre-lay. Staging or pre-lay. There, our actual testers will do the testing and everything is working fine in the staging or pre-lay. Then it's went to the live. We are calling it as a production or live. So here, that's a project and application is working fine in the second phase. Okay, but in third phase it's not working, then it is called it as a failure. Okay, it was identified by the customer who is using that application, then it is called as a failure. Sometimes when you are using a Facebook or Instagram, you may find few bugs, right? So whenever you guys are trying to upload a reel, it's not able to upload. Sometimes you may find bug. If you report it to the Instagram, then it is a failure of that QA team in that Instagram company. Okay, so that is called failure. Uh, Actually, why the software has bugs? Next one. Why should the software has bugs? If guys, are you guys clear with about topics, or else am I going speed? Sagar, Sweta, Meghana, Sandhya, four members.
Yes,
Yes.
Clear, right?
Yes.
Okay, cool. So why that software has bugs? If the developer itself writing code proper, then why should the bug should have? Right? Why should that QA team should have? So here you can see miscommunication or no communication gap between that business analyst and developer, or as developer and QA, we have bugs. Software complexity. As it is a huge application, then there will be a chance of software complexity. Next, programming errors. While writing the programs by the developers, they may write some errors. Changing requirements frequently, lack of skilled testers. These are the major things why that software is having a bugs. Why the software is having a bugs. Okay, so remember, miscommunication, software complexity, programming errors, changing requirements, and lack of skilled testers. Okay, sometimes in interviews, few members may ask, few members may not ask. Okay, don't worry. And next, service based companies and product based companies. Okay, before going to this, let's see what is the difference between project and product. Can anyone tell what is the difference between the project and product? What you know, you can tell. Okay, I'm not asking exact answers. Please try to tell at least what you know on the project and product.
Project is a collection of programs.
Okay, okay, fine. That's it. Okay, good. So let me explain the project versus product now. So project is nothing but, okay, Sweta, good. And here the project is nothing but you have supermarket. For example, the Magna is having the supermarket, and I have a software company. Magna reached me to develop a website for their supermarket. Okay, so what I'm doing, so I am doing the project as per the customer requirement which is given by the Magna, right? I'm doing project as per the requirements. Okay, I'm not doing my own product, I'm doing service to the others, then it is called it as a project. Whenever I'm doing service to the others by taking their requirements, then it is called it as a project. Okay, even though I paid off for the doing project. And the product means I'm going to develop product myself and selling it to the others. Let's see, do you know Amazon Alexa? It is a product which is developed by the Amazon company, right? So they developed their own product and selling it to the others, that is called it as a product. Getting my thing? For example, TCS company is there, it's a service based company. TCS is service based company, they don't have their own products, they don't have their own products. It's a service based company where they are going to provide services to the government applications like ICIC, RTC, uh, uh, like all the railway related applications are going to maintain by the TCS company, all the government projects. Okay, most of the government project. But even though Tata is having a product of their car, they have the motor company, right? Tata Motors, it's a product company. Tata Motors is a product company. TCS is a service based company. TCS is a software related company. Tata Motors is a mobile company. Okay, automobile company. Getting the difference between the service and the product, project versus product? Not getting?
Yes.
Okay. Here in similar way, here you can see. If you do the projects, then it is called it as a service-based companies, provide service and develop software for other companies. Product means develop software, their own software and sell it to the many companies. That is called service-based and product-based, and the difference between both of. Clear about this? And next one is QA, QC, QE. QA, QC, QE. And QA, QC, QE means, let me open the topic as well and will show it to you in the material itself. Yeah, QA, QC, QE. What is mean by QA? So why I'm telling this QA, QC, QE means you guys may confuse while applying for the jobs to search the keywords in the Naukri or LinkedIn, right? So that's to know the differences I'm telling. QA is also known as a quality assurance, is also known as a QA, focuses on preventing the defect. Preventing the defect. It means that quality assurance ensures that approaches, techniques, methods, or processes are designed for the project or implemented correctly. So what are the requirements we are having? Is the requirements are implemented properly or not? Developed by the developers or not? That is going to be tested. Okay, that is going to be tested. That is called preventing the defect. And coming to the quality control QC, it focuses on identifying a defect. Focuses on identifying a defect. So here in shortcut, you can see the difference between the QA and QC. QA is focusing on prevention and QC is focuses on identifying the defect. Okay. Prevention is nothing but before process. Identification is nothing but after process. Identification is nothing but after process. This is called QA, QC, QE. QA, QC, QE. And next one is quality engineer. Is nothing but automation tester. Automation tester. It means that one who automates quality procedures to minimize the manual testing efforts. Minimize the manual testing efforts means they are going to do some automation, right? So here engineer itself, not only quality. Whenever you see the engineer, engineer means, can anyone tell what is mean by engineering or else what is mean by engineer? No one? What is mean by engineer? Is nothing but the person who invents something new which is not exist. then it is called as an engineer, right? Like civil engineer, that bridge is not available before, he's going to do the planning and he's going to construct new one which is not exist previously. That's called civil engineer, right? In similarly software engineer, that application is not exist before, he is going to implement newly which exists now, that is called software engineer. In similarly quality engineer is nothing but we don't have the scripts before, we are going to write script, we are going to invent that new which is not exist before, that is called quality engineer. It's nothing but automation engineer, nothing but automation engineer. Okay, so clear about the qa qc qe and topics what we discussed so far. Introduction part, error, bug, failure, very important question, mark it. Whenever I'm telling the very important questions, please write it in somewhere. Project, product, QC, QE, QC, QE, and verification validation we are going to see in the tomorrow class, or else I will explain now only. Let me take verification. Recently one of our students faced two interview questions from the class which I explained today itself. First one is error, bug, failure. Second one is verification and validation. Difference between verification and validation. So what is meant by verification and what is meant by validation? So as I said that here we have some phases, right? So verification means they are going to verify the requirements. What are the requirements they mention? Is it possible or not? It's nothing but pre-deployment, pre-development, pre-development. It means that verification will happen before development, validation will happen after development. Okay, remember, verification is nothing but pre-development process. Verify that requirements of pre-development is nothing but before development. Okay, so next one is post deployment. Validation means post development. After development is done, we are going to validate our expectation with that actual with the expectation result. That is the difference between verification and validation. Verification will happen on the documents and validation will happen on the practically on application. That is the difference between verification and validation. Okay, nothing much to remember and by heart the definitions. Just revision the classes carefully and frame your own definitions to answer in the interviews. It will make you people to more easy to be in. Okay, hope you guys clear. Any doubts in today class? Sagar, Sweta, Meghana, Sandhya.
Sir, can you tell me what is QE again?
QE, right?
Yes. Hmm.
QE means automation tester. Is nothing but what that automation tester will do. He is going to minimize the manual efforts by writing the scripts. Is it or not?
Okay.
Getting my point, Magna?
Yes. Yes.
That is called QE. QE means quality engineer. Quality engineer, the one who automate and minimize the manual efforts.
Okay.
Any more? Any more doubts, guys? I have a problem with microphone. Okay. Any recent passed outs are available in this batch, like 2022, 2023, or else all are experienced? I think Sagar is experienced, right? What about others?
I am from different stream.
Okay, which year passed outs you guys are?
I am BTech 2018 and MTech 2020, but in
Okay,
civil.
okay, fine. Okay, guys, now openings are good. Please try to apply it as we are going to finish that manual testing mostly on the 1 week or 10 days. You guys are try to apply. It will take time to get a calls, right? So if you are applying now itself, then you will get a calls by completing the manual testing course, and then you can apply for the automation as well from the automation classes is started. Okay. And can you please explain difference between the project and product? Okay. So let me explain you project and the product again, Sweta. So here, project and product means you are doing service to the others. You are doing service to the others. Then it is called it as a project. Okay. But you developed own product. You developed your own product and selling it to the others. Selling it to the others. Then it is called it as a product. So I will give one more example to you very clearly. What I can take as a example. So you have a company, like for example, Sweta, you are having a company, software company. So you got an offer from other businesses that some restaurant people reached you and asked that they need a restaurant food order application. Food order application. So you are doing service to that food order application. Okay, for example, that X company came and asked you to develop a website for them. Okay, you developed website particularly for them. Okay, then it is called it as a project. Okay, but you developed your own um product, like what we can say, you have some generic restaurant application you developed by your own. Okay, you have generic restaurant food order application. By default you have it, and you developed your own product and you are selling it to the others, many people. Simply we can tell one to one is call it as a project, one to many is call it as a product. Getting? Not getting? Are you guys aware about the AWS, Amazon Web Services? It's a cloud. Not aware about it? Okay, so it is also product. AWS is also a product. Okay, hope you guys clear. Gmail is also a product. If you want to buy, by default, we have some storage for the drive, right? So once it is crossed, you have to pay money and you have to buy the storage for the every 3 months. That is also one of the product which is maintained by the Google. Okay, in Play Store we have paid apps. Okay, that paid feature is also developed by the Google company. That is also going to be sold to the customer. That is also called it as a product, right? Hope you guys are clear. So then I'm closing the session for the day. Tomorrow we can see.
I have a little doubt.
Yeah.
After this course, I mean manual and Selenium, in which
Okay.
part of the role do we fall in, QC or QE? QA, which one? Which team can we get into?
Okay. You're asking that after completion of the course, which one you guys are going to can apply, right?
Yes, yes.
If you want to go as a manual tester, then you can apply as a QA or QC. If you want to be as a automation tester, then you can apply as a QE.
Okay.
Based, based on skill set, what you learn. Okay, we are explaining both manual and automation in the course, but after completion of the course, you should be aware about how much knowledge you gain, right?
Yes.
So it's all based on you only. Okay, we'll help out you
Okay.
if you have any queries how to apply for the job. So we have a sub dedicated class for it. I will explain that.
Hmm. Okay. And when will we getting? I mean, when will we getting those notes that you have displayed
The notes which I
while
explained in the
teaching?
today class, that's what you are
Yeah.
asking, right?
Yeah. Yes,
You
yes.
will get it once your institute creates a group. So I'm not sure how many of you are confirmed your slots. So once you guys are confirmed your slots, your institute people will create a group with the
Okay.
manual and automation batch number 17. There I'm also available. So once the batch group is created, I will share that notes by mostly by tomorrow EOD. Okay.
Sure, sure. Yes.
Okay. Good. So
Sure.
thank you all. Have a nice day. We'll meet you all again tomorrow at the same time.